Now we come to scenes we'd like to see. So if everyone can make their way over to the performance area, I'll read out this week's topics, and then we'll see what our panelists can come up with. OK, here we go. The first subject is commercials that never made it to air.
Trouble with your nerves? Don't move to Salisbury.
Special offer, must end soon. Anton Deck, buy 2, get 1.
Black and considering dignitas? Why not save your money and come to America? Approach a police officer for more information.
Toblerone. For those friends you remember right at the last second.
Ryman are changing their name in the northeast. They're going to be called Ryman.
Can't decide between LSD and magic mushrooms? Well, read all our reviews of hallucinogenics on TripAdvisor.
Cars. Because sometimes horses are just 2 men in a costume.
Heavy periods, wombs, other women's things. Right, now the men aren't listening. The revolution starts at dawn.
Hi, I'm Kevin Bacon. Please kill me.
Next week at Asda, we're arresting ourselves for sexual assault.
OK, next topic is things you wouldn't hear in a medical exam.
So we have successfully removed all of the excessive, unsightly, fatty matter, but I'm afraid all that's left is the wig, Mrs. Trump.
Right, I'm just going to remove my finger from your bottom. Thank you, nurse. Now, would you show the patient here?
Yeah, when you're picking up your prescription, do me a favour, deliver this message. Pharmacists stink, doctors rule.
Well, I've done your rectal exam and your tonsil exam, and I have very bad news. I didn't wash my hands in between.
OK, so the deal is, I don't tell your husband it's not his baby, and you don't tell anyone that when you came in here, I was using my stethoscope to listen to my own butt.
Well, we've x-rayed you, madam, and I don't quite know how to say this. You've swallowed a whole baby.
Oh, that's nice. It says here you've got a trophy. Oh, atrophy.
Yes. Yes, that is an enormous penis. And much bigger than yours.
Unlikely things to hear at the World Cup.
And here comes the Irish team.
Cold. Sorry, that is... Wow. You're getting buzzed to fuck for the rest of this. OK. Sorry, Hugh. You'd like to go in
all
there?
right.
Yeah,
It's okay.
absolutely.
That's
Hugh.
fine.
Here with the first answer is Hugh.
Yeah. And here come the Irish team.
Hello, I'm really sorry we didn't get in this year.
And up in the stand, the Uruguayan women with their chant, Uruguay, and I'm a girl.
And Portugal have beaten Spain, and Saudi Arabia have beaten a woman for wearing shorts.
And that is a great shot from the Russian, but unfortunately the journalist has survived.
Well, let's have a look at the Swedish bench. $12.99 from IKEA.
Oh, and that is a huge tackle. That has got to make it more difficult to rollerblade.
Brilliant goalkeeper, David De Gea. Midfield maestro, Mesut Ozil. Fast forward...
Well, at 2-1 down, Iran had to do something, so they brought on their secret weapon, a 14-megaton intercontinental ballistic missile.
If you've just tuned in to England versus Germany, what are you doing, mate? Love Island is on.
Topic is things you wouldn't hear in a charity appeal.
British Red Cross. Just 3 adjectives to describe the average UKIP voter.
Stuck in a chair, barely able to move. Please help us get Dara walking again.
Peter Andre will be with us later. He's got a new single, and if our donations don't double, we'll let him perform it.
For just 50p, Dara O'Brien will toss you off in comic hand relief.
50p?
50p is no way I'm paying that.
God, give me a quid at least. I'm classy. Kiss him and everything.
At the National Trust, for just £70 a year, you can have unlimited access to national treasures, like the gardens of Stour Head or the sumptuous interior of Judi Dench.
The thing with a disease like HIV is that many people are just ignorant. Most people don't even realise that HIV is just Roman for high five.
Between you and me, those rescue cats can't even swim, let alone rescue anyone.
The Royal Society for the Protection of Birds, the only charity looking after the needs of Cockney women.
For just the price of a cup of coffee, we can get little Nagubu a cup of coffee.
Pale, sad and hungry. We're raising money for the Irish football team.
Things you wouldn't hear on a news programme.
Scientists say it could save the corporation millions, but the question still remains, can the robot be taught to press the buzzer?
And I've taken a photo of the suspect on a Polaroid camera as he left court. More on this story as it develops.
Now, in a video which some viewers may find disturbing, Jacob Rees-Mogg attempts small talk with a woman.
I'm here in war-torn Syria, and my producer really must hate me, because I'm the weatherman.
England has won the World Cup!
Iceland, the country, have now sued Iceland, the supermarket, and had all its assets frozen. Thank you.
And now the news where you are. There's a bear behind you.
It's 6 o'clock, and you know what that means? It's time for frickin' news! Give me all the stories, frickin' sexy news. Ooh, sexy sex with me, Hugh Edwards.
News correspondents having sex with young comedians. Is it right? We cross now to Nick Robinson, who's inside Whitehall.
OK, the next topic is unlikely lines from a children's book.
Yeah, Mr. Tickle, you think those arms are big? Wait until you see Hugh's dick.
Oh, Grandma, what big ears you have, said Red Riding Hood. Fuck off, said Grandma.
Do you know what? Said the big friendly giant. I've just been fired from Mock the Week.
And then Paddington told the lady bear to brace herself before flipping her over and opening a fresh jar of marmalade.
In the end, all the children died.
We're going on a bear hunt. We've already shot Paddington and turned Winnie the Pooh into a fucking ruck. We're not scared.
Unlikely movie trailers.
Stay at Chigwell Holiday Inn. Essex Plumbers for all your plumbing needs. Visit our beautiful forest. 3 billboards outside Epping.
Coming soon, the harrowing tale of women standing up to harassment through illegal street racing in Me Too Fast, Me Too Furious.
Train spotting 2. We spotted 2 trains.
This summer, Captain America, Hulk and Iron Man sing Kumbaya, while Thor shows you his new hammer in Avengers Assembly.
Coming this holiday season, the bug-eyed guy with the clarinet in the cantina in the first film. A Star Wars story.
Tonight, see 6 people working their arses off, while 1 man just sits in a chair.
The following movie contains scenes of a cup of tea. It's rated PG.
I thought you said you couldn't drive. I never said I couldn't drive. I just said up until very recently I wasn't allowed. Fast and Furious 9, Saudi Arabia drift.
Okay, next topic is things you wouldn't hear on a cookery show.
You can, of course, make your own pasta if you've got too much time on your hands, you pretentious prick.
Well, while we're waiting for the rice to cook, that'll take another 5 or 6 minutes, I'm going for a poo.
So I used to be one of those chefs that shouts and swears a lot, but then I discovered oven gloves.
Oh, and welcome to Cooking After You've Come Home Pissed. Tonight we're doing a cup of soup that's slightly gone past its best before date. It tastes a bit better if you put some HP sauce in it.
Now, try not to drizzle too much oil on the lamb or it will wriggle free and escape.
I don't know about you, but I really love upside-down pineapple cake, or as Australians call it, pineapple cake. Or as Australian pineapples call it, the cake of death.
Well, I enjoyed this meal so much when I had it in a Parisian restaurant that I asked the chef what it was called. So this is my own version of fuck off English.
Welcome to another edition of Cooking with Pissed! So this one, you just stick it in the oven, turn up to 190, have a nap. When the smoke alarm goes off, it's done!
Well, you may be wondering, what is the perfect accompaniment to a Scotch egg? Simple. Scotch sperm.
This week, we're going to be tackling that very difficult dish, which is the potato waffle that fell out of the packet months ago and has been stuck in the ice. First thing we need is a very sharp knife.
Hello, I'm Nigella Lawson, and welcome to the non-innuendo cookery hour, where we'll be teaching you how to cook, dick, wank,
Things you wouldn't hear on a property show.
So, it's a 2 up, 2 down. It's unusual, but those are the testicles I was born with.
Welcome to the show. We'll be looking at houses that have been designed by someone's nan. Yes, it's grand designs.
All property is theft. Good night.
Bit mean, but we've put together a montage of first-time buyers being told about stamp duty for the first time.
And Simon has converted this railway carriage into his very own office just by yelling into his mobile phone like an arsehole.
This house was built on an ancient burial ground, which is why the episode's been hosted by me, the ghost of a hunchback Victorian boy trying to explain fixed-rate mortgages.
Now, this next property is about £50,000 over Philip and Susan's budget. Luckily, though, Philip's grandmother has just died.
Loads of notorious people live on these here branches. Piers Morgan, Katie Hopkins, Donald Trump. So, what? Escape to the country? No, this is escape to the...
Well, there you go. Immediately, you can see how much roomier it looks without the old lady and the oxygen cylinders.
OK, the next topic is unlikely dating profiles.
Do you want a man who's comfortable to say the word love? Call me. I'm a Wimbledon umpire.
Hey, do you like it when two bodies come together and fall into great ecstasy? Me too. Let's find some and watch them from the bushes.
Once you go Asian, you'll never go Caucasian.
True story?
I like long walks on the beach, a pebble beach, barefoot. I love pain. I love pain!
Hello, I'm looking for a bloke called Dave. He's been hanging out in Nice, apparently got his trotters up.
Man in his 40s, owner of Foldy-Uppy Bike, looking for any woman who's interested in me demonstrating my Foldy-Uppy Bike. Look, it folds up.
Ambitious man with no sense of work-life balance seeks women... I haven't got time for this.
You could say I'm a bit old-fashioned in that I'm a phenomenal bigot.
Man with huge belly seeks concave woman.
Female, early 60s, high achiever, snappy dressing leader of the Conservative Party, very horny, has the potential to fuck the whole country.
Unlikely things to write to TV channels.
Dear Channel 4, do you still work with that woman that inspects poo? If so, please forward this package to her.
Dear Dave +1, would the pair of you like to come to my wedding?
Dear ITV2, I've just watched an episode of Love Island, and now I think my television has chlamydia.
Dear the BBC, can you please get some right-wing comedians on Mock the Week? Because currently, they're all in cabinet and they're making a real fucking mess.
Dear Good Morning Britain, just wanted to say what a brilliant job Piers Morgan's doing.
Dear Alibi TV, will you please tell the police I was watching you last week?
Dear ITV3, why don't you just bite the bullet and call yourself ITV Poirot?
Dear BBC, it's all sex and violence these days, so I've got very little time for watching the television.
Dear BBC, I saw a man flossing on one of your panel shows and now I want to kill myself.
OK, the next topic is unlikely things to hear on a travel documentary.
Hello, I'm not Ramesh Ranganathan. Please stop coming up to me in the street. Thank you.
This is a very volatile geezer. So do remember that before you interview Danny Dyer about Brexit.
It has been a very harrowing 2 weeks. But finally, the Thames link has got me to Gatwick Airport.
I'm here in India, where we'll be inspecting some of the country's famous curry trees.
Paris is known as the city of love, and it's easy to see why. It is wall-to-wall Fanny.
The Amazon Basin. Delivered last Friday, already leaking. 2 stars.
Rejected exam questions.
If Tony is 35 and Jane leaves him after a 7-year relationship, why did she waste the best years of his life?
This is a picture of Napoleon Bonaparte. Which part of Napoleon's boner is it?
If an apple a day keeps a normal doctor away, how many apples would you have needed to defeat Harold Shipman?
Translate the following into German. Hello, I'm a British refugee. Please, can I live in your country?
Maths. 2, 4, 6, 8. Who do we appreciate?
How fresh is Dara, really?
What do you think? What do you think? What?
What is the value of pie if you've just seen the bloke at Greg's pick it up off the floor?
If a train leaves a station and it's operated by Southern Rail...
So, you just turned 16, did you? All right.
OK, the next topic is unlikely lines from kids' film and TV shows.
To me.
Yes, Piglet. I know you've been playing with poo in the woods because you stink and it's all over your hands.
The brave little toaster's owner was about to take him on his wildest adventure yet, all the way to the brave little bath.
Said Pingu. Sorry, said his mother. What the fuck are you talking about?
Buzz, something's wrong with Woody. I just keep pulling the string on his back and he keeps going, white people!
What is Peter Rabbit doing in the garden? Mummy was sure she'd left him in her bedroom drawer.
SpongeBob went to the crab shack and met up with all his spongy mates, and they could all agree that Contraceptive Sponge had had the worst day.
This week on Paw Patrol, Rocky gets hit by a car and the driver has to finish him off with a rolled-up A to Z.
Things you wouldn't hear on the radio.
This is the Radio Novichok. Don't touch that dial.
At number 2, that was Ed Sheeran with Galway Girl. And now at number 1 for the 50th week in a row, Ed Sheeran with Galway Girl.
And now the long-range forecast. It's going to be quite windy.
And next on Radio 4, it's Woman's Hour. And after that, 23 Men's Hours.
Must have coffee. That was first thought of the day.
On Jazz FM, it's a new entry at number 1. It's Skibbity-bap-bap-bibbity-bap-beam. Sorry, I was having a stroke. It's Ed Sheeran, Galway Girl.
Boris Johnson is joining us on the couch this morning. He's not a guest, it's just that's where he slept last night.
The shipping forecast. There will be shipping.
And we interrupt this broadcast to bring you the tragic news that Aretha Franklin has sadly passed away. And what better way to show our respect for Miss Franklin than with Galway Girl by Ed Sheeran.
OK, the next topic is lines you wouldn't read in a romantic novel.
She was bewitching. She danced as though possessed by the elements, a creature created by the rhythms of nature itself. More, Mrs. May, more!
How to Please a Lady, Chapter 1. Wet her spoons. Sorry, Weatherspoons.
Do you come here often? Yes, I come here every week to get tested.
I know I'm supposed to get over you, he said, but it's too difficult. I'm constantly reminded of you every time I look at the nutritional info on a packet of food and I see fat trace.
Lines you wouldn't hear in a superhero movie.
I am Thor, and next year I will be 5.
I've got you now, Catwoman. Your days of sitting on laptops and licking your own hole are over.
Yes, Peter, I know you're Spider-Man, but that definitely isn't web all over your laptop screen.
Right, I'm Captain Marvel and you're Captain America. One of us is going to have to tell Captain Birdseye he's not in this gang. His whole place stinks of fish.
Is it a bird? Is it a plane? This pilot's exam is harder than I was expecting.
I have collected all the Infinity Stones, and I believe that means I'm entitled to a free coffee.
Commissioner, you sent for me. Yes, Human Torch. I need to find something in the shed.
I prescribed 50 milligrams of cheese and 60 cc's of cat hair. Benedict Cumberbatch is Doctor Strange.
Batman, come quickly. A Thai football team is stuck in the Batcave.
Why so serious? Oh, right, because I'm a scary clown with weird makeup and I'm holding a knife. Fair enough.
I Thor a puddy tat.
The next topic is unlikely agony aunt letters.
Dear Deirdre, I heard that there is a way to get red wine out of carpets. Please tell me, because I really want some red wine.
My boyfriend says I'm obsessed with quizzes. Shall I A, leave him, B, seek help, C, carry on with my obsession?
All that emotional stuff, is that agony? Once caught my bollocks in a lift door.
Deirdre, I can't help putting my bike in other ladies' racks. Lovely Boris.
Dear Deirdre, last week I had a car accident and now my girlfriend isn't speaking to me and she cries all the time and I feel really cold. Oh, shit, I'm a ghost!
Dear Deirdre, I'm embarrassed by the amount of noise my wife makes during lovemaking. To be fair, she doesn't know I'm still in the house.
Dear Deirdre, I am very into steeples.
Dear Deirdre, my girlfriend reckons I should try and set a world record for masturbation. Do you think I can pull it off?
Dear Deirdre, in the daytime I come across as a really smart, cheerful guy who everyone loves, but in secret I am definitely a psychopath. Yours, Nish Kumar.
Dear Deirdre, my wife says that I'm a serial philanderer and a sex addict. So I guess my question is, what are you doing tonight?
I just got my first period. Should I be worried? Dave, 32.
Things you wouldn't hear at a party conference.
Muscle tov!
Why are we having this conference in Blackpool? 2 words, cheap cocaine.
Jeremy Hunt is having a heart attack. Is there a doctor in the house? Why are you laughing?
So, we'll be having one speech from a Remainer, a speech from a Brexiteer, another speech from a Remainer, another speech from a Brexiteer, and then Boris Johnson will drop his trousers. So that's in, out, shake it all about.
What this conference has taught me is this party needs more women, because the hotel bar last night was an absolute sausage fest.
Welcome, delegates, to this year's Liberal Democrat Conference. Conference.
So, now we've sorted out Brexit.
They told us Brexit was undeliverable. They told us Brexit was unworkable. But where are they now? They are outside with banners saying, I told you so.
Right, it's the Green Party conference, and now it's time to break for lunch. Who ordered the veal?
I'm afraid Rhys Mogg can't be with us today. Someone hung garlic at the threshold and he can't pass through.
So everything is still on the table. Why has no one cleared the table?
It's incredible to think that some people think of us as a cult. Anyway, could you all just line up while Jeremy Corbyn chooses his wives?
The next topic is unlikely lines from a TV detective show.
Interesting. I think it might be Fox.
There are 16 different semen samples in this bed, Sarge. I should have read the TripAdvisor report on this hotel.
And as you can see from the chalk outline, the victim had a tiny head and was sitting on a giant circle. Sorry, I think that's a disabled parking space.
So your crime number is 1000000. Oh my God, you're our millionth customer! I'm really sorry what happened to your husband.
Welcome to the new detective show from the North East. CSYI Newcastle.
2 inches to the left, and that bullet would have gone right through your eyeball. But as it is, it went through the other eyeball.
Oh, God, I have to go to the morgue. He's always eating a sandwich. We get it, you're desensitized. Well done.
On the doll, please show me where you were grabbed by the president.
Ms. Harris, I'm sorry to have to do this, but we want you to identify a body. This body did it! No, but seriously, there is a body and we think it's your fiancé.
14 bullet wounds to the head. Classic suicide.
Oh, wait! Maybe it's a man pretending to shit like a fox.
Welcome to Sunhill Police Station. I'm PC, every British actor's first TV gig, and this is Sergeant Too Ugly for Hollyoaks.
Unlikely things to hear on daytime TV.
And with just a lick of paint and by removing that horrible rug, it's almost like you've got a new wife.
The lighting system's up, the irrigation system is in place. It's time for Hash in the Attic.
Next, Boris Johnson's on Lorraine, and we can't get him off her.
And today, there will be no Jeremy Kyle, unfortunately, because we've run out of dreadful people.
Next, it's Good Morning Northwest, or as it should be called, You right?
This is Tipping Point. Yes, that's right, the moment Susanna Reid finally punches Piers Morgan in the face.
Hello, welcome to Bargain Celebrity Hunt, where I'm looking for bargain celebrities. I just found Jedward by the bins.
Oh, thank you, Piers. That was a very reasonable and well-thought-out opinion.
OK, the next topic is things you never hear in a school assembly.
And to those of you who wrote Mr. Ferguson's mobile telephone number on the wall of the girls' toilet, he would like to make it clear that the last digit is a 5 and not a 3.
And now, continuing our policy of religious diversity, we are going to sacrifice a goat to the great god Imhotep.
Ofsted man, he come. He says school not good.
Now, children, I know it's very, very nerve-wracking awaiting your results, but I've got some good news. My results are back. It's all clear. Wasn't chlamydia. Miss Lyons is back in the saddle.
As many of you will know, this school has produced a lot of good actors. You know, parents who pretended to go to church in order to get their children into the school.
I will now read the register, and hopefully there are no more teachers on it.
Drinking, smoking, fighting. These are all 3 reasons for me to be very tired today.
As you know, I'm retiring after 40 years of teaching at this school, and this week you boys have made me realise that I've absolutely fucking wasted my life.
Stand around, the boys will all go in time.